Alright, so this is a little recording to show off some of the features of Elite Dangerous. Uh, Start off by showing some of the, I guess, graphics or the cinema of the game itself. So here I am in the cockpit of one of my ships. This is what you can see is basically from the view of being in that person, the head of that. So this was a dual cockpit, so this is like a seat. So if somebody wanted to join in on what I was currently doing, they could. Yep. And you can actually go outside the ship, look around. Which I'll do this again once I get topside. But this is what my ship looks like in the hangar. This is actually my only multi-purpose combat ship right now. Alright. So currently the faction my squadron supports is in an election state, which is a conflict state. So basically we're competing against another faction, which is currently this one. This is the one we're competing against. This is the one we're supporting. So you can see here, this is our reputation as far as our reputation. So you have to grow your reputation with that faction. And there's also something called influence, which is up here in the top right. This is their amount of influence they currently control in the system, in this current system. There's a, if you think about it on a point scale, it's 100 points of influence. And so that's divvied out between all the factions present in the system. So in this system, there's 7 factions. So the one that's currently in the lead, they hold about, let me check real quick. They hold 44% of the influence. Our faction currently holds 12. So I'm gonna pick up a couple missions. So those missions are messages to people in our squadron. So for some reason, it does not allow me to accept this one. Alright, I'll try to get that when I come back. Alright. So we go over here. This I can see which mission I want to do next. So I'm going to do this one, open up the galaxy map. The galaxy map is what this is, the galaxy. I'll zoom all the way out here. And this is the entirety of the Milky Way galaxy. So this is where we're at inside of it. So there's a lot to do. So see this mission is 2 calorie rum.
Flight assist off.
Now we'll go to the D640 first. So plot her out. Pretty close, so it's a great shot. And then it's the view of the ship. Now that I'm outside. This is my ship floating above the base.
Flight assist on.
So before I can go into faster than light travel speed, I have to get outside the planetary effect. So this, hold on one sec. So right here, circle right here, because it's hollow, it means the target is behind me, whatever target I'm trying to go to. This, in this case, the target is the system I'm trying to jump to, called a hyperspace jump. So when you're inside the system and you're traveling between planetary bodies, you want to be what's called supercruise, which allows you to go faster than light, but it's not quite as fast as hyperspace. Hyperspace is basically what allows you to jump between systems without taking forever. So I'm gonna go get to supercruise first to get away from the planet. So this is my speed right here. So originally you saw it was 255, that's measured in that's meters per second. Now it's going up to kilometers per second, and you'll see go to megameters per second, and then you'll see a C. C means I'm traveling at the speed of light or greater. So 1 C is the speed of light. And then as it goes up, this is faster and faster. Most of the bodies in the system are separated by millions of kilometers. So traveling at them at sublight speed, anything less than the speed of light, would take a substantial amount of time. So for example, this nav beacon is 32.5 light seconds away. At my current speed, it's going to take more than a year, but now that I'm increasing my speed to kilometers per second, hundreds of kilometers per second, now I've got a 14, 13, 12 hours. So light seconds is the distance that light travels in a second. Light years, this is the light travels in a year. So right now, my current speed is going to take me more than a year to get there, right? I'm still traveling sublight, but faster than pretty much anything that we got, current technology-wise. So now you see it's 0.15 C, 0.2 C. So now it's starting to be measured in factors of light speed. Alright, so now you're ready to be traveling faster than light. So once I hit 12 C or thereabout, it should drop below 1 year to time travel. So you can see, alright. So the max speed you can travel in supercruise is 2001 C. So 2001 times the speed of light. It's rare that you actually get up to that speed, but it takes a significant amount of time. You can see how slowly it's growing. So it's going to take a good bit to get to that time. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go and initiate our hyperspace jump. So that's what the frame shift drive is. It does your hyperspace and it helps you with your supercruise. So now if you see, if you look at the speed here, it's quickly going between about 1000 C up to 9999 C. But basically it's not registering. That's what it means. It's not registering. So I'm going to do a quick system scan, see what's what around here. Then go over here to my navigation panel. And I need to find there we go. This is the station I need to go make my delivery to. So I do it. So now you see here, it's not hollowed out anymore. It's filled in. That means that target is somewhere in front of me. So if I turn away, just watch it here. If I turn away, now it's hollowed out. If I come back towards it, now it's filled in. So even without actually being able to see it, I know which way I need to turn to get towards it. So I'm already up to 19C, so it's only taking me a few minutes to get there. When you jump into a system like this, if you really wanted to, so I'm going to slow down here for a sec. If you're trying to find out more about the system after you do your system scan, it's going to give you this, right? Now sometimes these planetary bodies that you see here that I'm scrolling over aren't already found. Sometimes they're unknown. They look like this. Then you get to tune this. So you see at the bottom there where I'm turning it right and left. So that's called tuning the filter spectral analysis. And you tune it, and then the circles go solid. So then you can actually click on it or zoom in on it, and it tells you what it is. It discovers it for you. Same thing for planetary bodies. If you're using a new system, or not, we're in a system I've been into before. So all this stuff is already discovered. So in this system, they have an Earth-like world. So these are, if I was to find a new one, those would be worth a lot of money, like millions. And it's useful if you're trying to find new stuff in a system to go to. So that's a star there that I jumped into when I traveled between systems. When you jump from one system to another system, you can jump from anywhere in the system, but when you go to your target system, you're always going to go to the main star. Some systems have more than one star. I'm just showing you, I guess, the basics, what you would see in the tutorial missions. I'm trying to let you see what it's like to experience the game. May get into some combat. I don't know if I have time for that in this video. So something that's built into the game is that you approach a planetary body or station or whatever like that, it automatically starts to slow you down, but not enough to make you have a perfect approach. You have to control that. But it does slow you down slightly over time as you get closer. The physics of it doesn't exactly make sense, but maybe I'm just not smart enough to figure them out. So what I'm doing here is these are ships, other ships. Most of these are NPCs, but I am in open, so if I could run into other players, but the likelihood of that happening is very slim. Now I'm scanning them, trying to find out more information. So I just went by a planetary body, which is why I had to slow down the ship pop up. So I want to throttle back here right when it reaches 7 seconds, because then you can get this good approach. If you wait till 6 seconds, you're like right on the edge of it. That's 6 seconds is the fastest, most efficient way to approach a planet right there, or a station, or anything that you're trying to approach to come out of Super Cruise. So right now I'm in Super Cruise. When you hyperface to a system, you automatically arrive in your Super Cruise. And then you use Super Cruise to cover those thousands of light seconds to your destination. Otherwise, it would take forever if you try to do it at sublight speed. Literally forever. As if you like never get there. And then once you reach your destination, then I'm gonna drop out of Super Cruise. And then I'll be traveling at sublight speed again. Some people call sublight speed regular space. Basically means it's the equivalent of everything that we have currently in the world now. We have no technology that can travel faster than light. No hardware, I should say. So no cars, no planes, no jets, nothing like that. So I'm about to drop out. So it says, it tells me to press that to disengage because I'm within range. And so even though I disengaged at 480 kilometers, it brought me to within 10. Something else that's kind of built into the system.
Lacey, Charlie, Oscar, Charlie. We're happy to have you, Commander.
So I'm doing an automatic docking. So I just did my docking request. So now I throttle back, and the computer automatically shows up the docking.
Your assigned landing pad is number 22. Acknowledged, Commander. Clear for assisted docking. Docking confirmed. Dispatching ground crew. You're all
So
checked
I'll
in,
come to
Commander.
fuel.
Enjoy your visit.
You can have some ships where you do your outfitting where you won't need to refuel at the station. You have what's called a fuel scoop, and this allows you to, when you jump into a star system, and you're right near the star like I was earlier, if it's a specific type of star, which there are 7 different kinds that you can refuel from, you can actually kind of skim the star and regain your fuel that way. But you have to go to outfitting. And here in outfitting, you have all different kinds of things you could put into this. So this ship is, like I said, a multi-purpose combat ship. So I have a couple cargo racks to transport materials. I have a bunch of hull reinforcements. I have my shields. I have a hangar, a vehicle hangar. So if I want to, I can set down on a planet and deploy a rover, look at things called an SRV, and then go out and do stuff on the planet. This is my docking computer allows me to dock and launch with the computer, and it allows me to approach my planet. There's all kinds of things here you can buy. Each station is different. Not all stations sell the same stuff. So there's a fuel scoop thing I was talking about. This is a refinery used for mining. Repair limpets. These are limpets that you can use to repair yourself or other ships. Fuel transfer, same principle, but then it's for transferring fuel from yourself to another ship. So all different kinds of things you actually do with this stuff. Let's see. I'll show you this. So this is what my rover looks like. 4 wheels across the front, and then 2 wheels in the back, 2 wheels in the mid. You can customize it, paint jobs and everything. Same thing for my ship. That's a custom paint job I have on there. You can customize yourself. Here. You can customize yourself with what's called arcs. I have 2 characters built right now. There's arcs up here which you use to buy the cosmetics because they don't. And then the cosmetics will enhance you in game. So go here to your mission board. So now I'm at the location where you turn the mission in. And you have choices of mission rewards, right? The first one's usually just your monetary reward, right? So if you look at the most monetary gain, the first one's gonna be it. Your second, third one can vary. So like sometimes you'll have one with a high influence or a high reputation gain. You can tell by the number of plus symbols. Sometimes it's cargo, sometimes it's materials, right? It just depends on what you're looking for. So I'm looking for. Well, actually, we're in conflict state, so I'm just going to go with the money man. And you see, I didn't point it out, but before when I got here, the line of where I was at with this faction was just above cordial. Now it's about almost halfway through. So you gain influence and reputation both with the faction you took the mission for and the faction you turned it in. And so I could pick something up there if I wanted to. I could do some trade if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna do one to the trade real quick. I have a mission to trade in 50 different markets, so every time I go somewhere, I buy one item or something, and then sell it right back. And it could count some trade. I am losing money, but this is how much I currently have right now, so it doesn't really matter. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to our next destination. This was 2 jumps. I can tell by the map that I was just on, and right here, the 2 jumps up in the top left next to destination.
Detach confirmed. Observe
And I'm doing the auto launch, but if at any
exiting
point I
station.
feel like the launch is taking too long, I can override it by super throttling up. Quickly try to get this one turned in real quick and then get back to the home system.
Federal flight control now offline. Hope to see you again, Commander.
You notice here this percentage number here, this is my amount of heat. So when you're close to the star, that begins to build, and as you away is the drop. And depending on your build will determine how low or high your heat will go. The higher it goes, the more likely it is to cause damage. Once you get 80%, you get a warning, and then I think 100% you start to actually take damage. But it's not often that I'm there. And different actions cause you to keep your build. Like I'm doing a frame shift drive charge. Now my heat is up at 50% when it was just down at 30. But it shouldn't get above 55. Alright, at my destination again. Scan, alright, now we'll go find my destination. There you go. This was an orbital station, so it'll be a little bit different than the last one we got. It's still not a planetary base. But that's where we came from, and that's what we'll be heading back to, so you can see that approach. This was only 16 light seconds from the star, so very, very quickly I can get there, which is good. Typically when you're choosing a base of operation, that's something you're looking for is distance from the main star. The closer it is, it means the faster you can get back to your HQ. these planetary stations and orbital stations are orbiting planetary bodies. I just have my orbit line turned off for the effect. As you can see, my time to arrive has slowed down, even though my speed, where I have on the right side here, underneath the actual speed number, the speed bar shows how much throttle I have it. So now I throttle up, now I throttle down. This is the sweet spot, but my time to arrive has increased because I'm under the effect of the planetary body that I'm passing by. So there's a lot of reality, a lot of real life physics in this game. One of the reasons why I like it. So you can see a bit of a different approach for landing on an orbital versus the actual main space station. I got an incoming message from delivering that. Oh, because my reputation increased, so that's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and launch, keep going, so I can get back to Calarum. So you have different types of build ways to do the ship. Like I said, with the outfitting, you also can change out your core internals, power plant, thrusters, frame shift, drive size. You have different sizes you can use. It depends on what you want. So like this ship is a combat ship, so I'm not really built for exploration. So my jump range is only like 15.36 light years. I have another ship in my inventory who is an exploration ship, has a jump range of 64 light years, and I plan on getting more than that. So, but the combat ship could take way more damage than my exploration ships. My exploration ships are built to be lightweight, so that way I can jump further per jump. So it's really depending on what you want to do. Alright, so I'm in my in system. So I'm gonna go back to where I need to go to. Where'd it go? There you go. Alright. Also relatively close, like 32 light seconds. So this is a bit different. This is the planetary base. So the approach and landing will be a little different. And then once I land, I'll end the video there. Feel free if you have any questions or comments or anything like that. Post a comment. Or if this is that group of people I posted this for, just hit me up. These planetary approaches can get a bit tricky. Because you'll come in a little quicker than you want to if you're not paying attention. And you don't want to come straight down at it, because then you won't get that glide effect that you want, which allows you to get real close to it before dropping out. So you want to kind of come in at an angle like this. And then once I'm inside the planetary effect, I'll throttle back even more. Because otherwise, I'd make my approach way too fast. So that red stuff at the bottom here, you don't want to be inside that stuff. So that's saying that your glide is too steep down to be able to go into a glide effect that you'll see here in a sec. I'm not touching any buttons, I'm not doing anything with my throttle or anything like that. Before I dropped out, I already maxed the throttle all the way out. So you see the glide, because I came in at between 30 and 35 degree down bubble. You'll see that it's, then when I talk about the down bubble, I talk about this right here on these sides, just like on a jet. But here it drops me out within 7.5 kilometers, which is the distance you have to be at to remember it drops me anyway.
Oscar Charlie, Federal Flight Control welcomes you. Submit a docking request before approaching the port. Landing permission.
So this station is actually owned by the faction, by one of the factions we need to take it from. So that'd be something we'd be working on here soon. And that's that.